Top 3 questions I get asked on this channel. What does a load board look like? How do I book loads? And when I book those loads, how do I stay so local? These are the relay rates for Sunday, October 22nd.
Let's get into those SoCal relay rates.
Alright, a different relay rates coming at you tonight. Coming to you on location from Chino. So rather than showing you the San Diego stuff, I'm going to show you the stuff I'm seeing like right here where I'm at right now. Just like always, I'm going to put chapters in this. So, you know, if you're here for 53, there'll be a chapter for that. There'll be a chapter for 26. I'll show you what I'm working with tonight, and then we'll end up with some spot capacity. But let's go ahead and get into this load board here a little bit. Let's get the screen record turned on. I'm going to jump into this load board. And it is defaulting to my current location, Chino. Let's select equipment. Let's look at that 53 stuff up front here. Power only, all trailers, and apply that and search it. So, where I'm at now, Moreno Valley to Phoenix, leaving in 35 minutes, or 25 minutes if I could add, right? They got one going over there, $2.79 a mile. Picking up at a third-party site, Coles, going to Horn Lake, $2.23 a mile, $3,900 total payout. There's another Horn Lake, leaving same time, about $300 less. Another Horn Lake, $300 less. I'll bet you, I always forget to turn that auto refresh off. I bet you as it gets time to move those, a little bit closer to move those, although it's in 25 minutes, I'll bet you the price does go up a little bit. They're probably using the 3,900 as like a feeler, and then all the other 36s in here. There's a 37. They're probably just seeing, you know, what does that top one go for, and then they'll bump those up to that as it gets a little closer. Compton. Am I really 35 miles away from Compton right now? I'm 35 miles away from Compton. I didn't know that. Going to Joliet, Illinois, $5,300 total payout. Here is a one pick, one stop, picking up in San Bernardino at 3 a.m., going to University Park, Illinois, $5,400. Let's say you don't want to do these kind of OTR type ones, and let's say you want to stay close. Let's sort this by price per distance highest. Oh, you know what? I know what's wrong here. I have blocks included in this. I need to take out, see how I can't sort it by price per distance highest? That's because blocks are in this search. Let's take out blocks, and that should apply. And now it'll let me sort these by price per distance highest. Look at this, Corona to Corona, 3 stops, trailer provided, leaves this afternoon at 2 o'clock, $100 a mile, 3 stops, $200 total payout. Let's just see what those 3 stops are. Starting at an Amazon facility, Radio Road, going to another location on Radio Road, and then back to Radio Road. Yeah, these, I mean, I love seeing these. If I were around in this area today around 2 o'clock, would I absolutely jump on that? Yep. Ontario to Fontana, 3 stops, $11.91 a mile. San Bernardino to Bloomington, 3 stops, $11.65 a mile. But keep in mind, that's not until tonight and ends tomorrow. Now, here's one you got to be careful of. I mean, the rate looks good, $11.13, but that doesn't start until this coming Friday, so we're a good 7 days away from that. $10.55 a mile on Wednesday. Eastvale to Bloomington. So, you know, if you wanted to stay local, I'd definitely recommend changing your search around to like price per distance highest. That's typically what I do. You keep the truck running for a high rate. You just got to string together a lot of little shifts. Let's change this up to box truck. Box truck. Both 26 and 16s. I don't see many 16s down where I live. Let's see if this is any different. So soonest to leave, $5.29 a mile going from San Bernardino to Covina, $2.17 payout. Another $5.03 a mile going from San Bernardino, one pick, one stop up to Victorville. San Bernardino to San Gabriel, I'm guessing. Yep, San Gabriel. $4.24 a mile. So you see as the time to start on these gets closer, the amount does go up. San Bernardino to Blue Jay. Now 6 stops for $200. I'm not sure that would be worth it, but yeah, 6 total stops in there. I'm willing to bet this starts at an Amazon, ends up at a bunch of different post office locations. I don't know these addresses, but I'm willing to bet that these are all post office locations. I'm not sure 6 stops would be worth it. 11 stops for $257. God, I hope that rate does go up. I mean, 11 stops, you figure each one's going to take a minimum of, 20 to 40 minutes. Times that by 11, you're going to be working on that all day for $257. Let's just see what top money is right here. That is price per distance highest. Let's look at start date nearest. East Vale to, I wonder if I had when this was on price per distance highest. Were these, oh, you know what, look at, I made that mistake. Yeah, these don't start for a week from today. And I've noticed that with box trucks. It seems like with box trucks, there's good money in booking in advance. I had this set for price per distance, not looking at start time soonest. So yeah, these are all another Sunday. So if you're planning ahead and you've got a box truck, it seems like it's advantageous to book these in advance. Yeah, as far as start time nearest, it's just kind of crazy to me that this starts in 6 hours and it's still at $1.51 a mile. I typically don't see that with 53-foot equipment. Usually that would be a lot higher, and it would go up a lot between now and then. $2.35 a mile going from Ontario down to San Diego. If I had a box truck, that'd be a good backhaul. I'd like that rate to be higher. Buena Park to Santa, is this Santa Maria? Yep, Santa Maria. $1.63 a mile though. $2.34 a mile. This is tomorrow night, or I guess it's tonight at 8:45. $5.29 payout. So, I mean, decent. I'd like these rates to be higher. Let me show you what I'm working on here tonight. Let's go to trips. The one that got me out of my house, earlier today I was just watching the Alabama game over, sitting with my parents, watching the Alabama game. I kind of like seeing some of the setups I saw. I always talk about picking your spots on here. They had several loads in San Diego that were, $5, $6, $7 a mile. That the thing I like the most about them is they stayed on the board for a long time. So what got me up out of my house tonight was this one I just finished up. I took a San 3 up to Mira Loma, $5.83 a mile for $7.05. And then when I was up here, I noticed that they had this one going from Chino. That's the one I'm currently on now. It's $2.27. I tried to check into the gate earlier. They said come back at 4. I'm not due here till 4:45. This one is going from Chino to, I believe this was Mission Viejo. Yeah, Mission Viejo. I'm running a loaded trailer over there, and then at Mission Viejo, I'm bringing an empty back. If they don't have an empty for me, I'm going to do that little bobtail trick. I got that on deck ready to go, so it'd be cool to be able to head home from Mission Viejo, still get paid out for the full trip. But if I have to bring one back somewhere around, let's see, what time is this supposed to end? Somewhere between like 8 and 9 in the morning, I'm going to be looking for that connecting load, either going from Ontario, going back to San Diego, or if there's nothing, you figure I've made about $1,150 My math brain isn't working this late, but I could afford to bobtail home on that. I used about 21 gallons of fuel getting to this point in my night. I figure I'm getting ready to, on this little what is this? It's like 80 miles. This little 80-mile trip, I'll probably spend another 8 to 10 gallons of fuel more, and then if I have to bobtail home, I can get that done in like 11 gallons of fuel. So it would be worth it. I'd love to give you a drone shot of where I'm at, but where I'm at is right next to here. I am outside of Chino, and this is right outside of the Chino airport. So if I fly my drone here, I know there's a men's prison around here somewhere. I might end up there, so I'm not going to do that. But anyway, that spot capacity, what's the saying? Some nights you earn, and some nights you learn. I booked this one at 12:54, the one I'm currently waiting on now, and wouldn't you know, a minute later they sent out a spot capacity request for a shuttle hostler in San Bernardino, which is near here. I think they were looking for, I forget, drivers needed. They need 6 drivers for 10 hours. So I mean, that would have been an easy $1,000 right there. But could I have made it home after driving up here? Made it home still within my hours of service? I don't think I could have. I'm currently I came on duty tonight at 10. I still have 11 and a half hours left in this shift, and 8.5 hours of drive time. I'm currently off duty here, just sitting here making this video for you. So the plan is now just see, if there's any loads coming back from Ontario to San Diego around 8 or 9, I'll for sure get on that. If not, I'm going to head back to San Diego when I get back here, probably just bobtail down and see what's going on in San Diego. May just call it a day with these two with these 2 loads. I'm satisfied with the night so far. Got a 382 booked and 705 done. So we'll see what the night brings.